Amazing.
So what do you reckon, my friend? This, it looks very inviting, this, does it?
The scenery, it's 10 out of 10 entrance.
Yeah. I do like this.
Better than crawling through a hole, for sure.
Yeah, there's no crawling here, eh?
We're spoilt walking.
Yes. And that's all boarded up, but that was like the headgear, the winding drum. They would have, you know, pulled the mine carts
Cantilever system
up and down. Eh?
I wonder if it was on like a cantilever system.
It was cantilever system because the heavy carts obviously go down, and which pulls the empty carts. So really it's only working by gravity.
Yeah. With a full cart will have been coming up.
Yeah, a full cart coming up
So
and an empty car going down.
It'll have been assisted.
So all they needed really is a braking system in the big winding drum there. But look at the incline, and it pretty much follows all the way to the bottom levels. It's going to give you a crazy idea how deep this mine is. You got to be careful basically walking here because it gets a bit slippery. But that over there, that's the view of the old drum house, and we're gonna get deeper and deeper in here. You see the remains of all the cable here. The remains of all the cable that was used to pull the mine carts up and down. Pretty amazing. The only thing you have to watch is, like you say, just the slipping up here. Oh, and we can hear water in the distance already. Hey, Richie.
Hey.
Pretty epic place. We're gonna see quite a lot of artifacts and machinery that's left here. Wow, I'm gonna stop filming and carry on the way down. So there was actually one set, 2, 3 lines, you know, for the haulage of the mine carts up and down the mine. And this is very much with water running down. So we got a deviation right there on the right. We're going to be intercepting various levels at different depths. And we come across here already a tipped over minecart. Oh, that's pretty special, that. Really nice to see. It's quite misty today, is it?
It is. Up clear, is it?
Yeah, it's not
Get down.
the first time I found it so misty. Maybe it's all the water that's been coming down and all the particles are in suspension. The what?
Do you want to see the M Pro now or on the way back?
Whichever way is kind of the shorter route, really.
The short route is down here now and to see it on the way back.
We see it on the way back, yeah. I'm not in a rush. All I'm saying is, you know, the shortcut's better and it's going to save us a lot of time to see what we want to see. But like I say, we can spend a good few hours here.
Anyway.
You know, we always spend a good 6-7 hours away anyway. Some rusty chains, that's lovely, that. Look at the state of that. Oh my God. Right. Oh yeah, we're at the top of one of the big incline chambers, are we? This was a minus walkway, really, was it? Yeah, you need a big torch to light these places up. Yeah. So was this a compressor room?
Yeah, there's all pipes sticking in.
Wow, look at this. Is this a compressor room? So where they were compressing air to drive mostly drills, I would imagine. The drills were driven by compressed air, were they?
All the drills.
All the drills.
And the MCOs as well.
The ankle loaders were driven by compressed air as well, makes sense. So was that a compressed air tank?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the air compressor?
Yeah, there's the compressor
Oh, right.
itself. And you've got a few chambers like this in the line, and a few more. There's a few more chambers like this, and then they pump the air down, and you have little air receivers in different chambers to keep the air pressure the same, right?
It makes sense. Yeah, these are compressed air pumps. Right. I know now. The ones we saw in Norway. Eagle, you remember when we went to the engine room in that mine in Norway? It was like this kind of machine, was it? It had a belt, it had this look about it, and someone actually posted a comment. They're compressed air compressing machines, right? And that would be the compressed air tank. The compressed air basically used to drive the ankle loaders, as Chris says, and all the drills and a lot of machines. But the ones in Norway, they're like 3-4 times the size of this.
Yeah, and painted green as well.
Yeah, a lot more newer than this.
So it's electrically driven compressor.
Yeah.
The motor's on the back there.
So there's a motor, so they had to drive the motor electrically to basically compress the air into this tank here. And this would be, yes, that's the accumulator. Yeah, yes, you're right. And then through the piping system, the compressed air goes around all the mine wherever it's needed, really.
Must have a T-piece in there one time, Antonio. Done that one.
A what?
I've had a T-piece in there to do that one as well.
Oh yes. That's pretty amazing to see. All this left here, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got the bullet down.
Yeah. Ah. Wall warning pressure. Oh, warning pressure. Or working pressure.
Pressure vessel.
Working pressure.
Yeah. Working pressure, and it would have something written on there.
Yeah.
Probably.
PSI. This could have been another accumulator, maybe. Because along the way, so they don't lose the air pressure. They have to have several accumulators, don't they?
Yes.
Because
So
otherwise the pressure would.
Yeah, basically it's a buffer for when you're drawing off. So you're drawing air all the time. You need to have that buffer because you kind of draw it straight off the compressor.
Yeah.
It may basically it would be running forever. So that would run, then it would cut out, and it would probably drop out on high pressure. and then when you start using it, it'll kick in and in again. But it made a hell of a noise, that.
I bet it did, yeah.
Hell of a noise. Look at that asbestos seal.
Yeah.
No.
That's asbestos seal, that.
No, that's not asbestos. So it might not have been air. I don't know, because it used to be, unless it didn't have rubber. That's a typical compressed air valve.
That's typical compressed air valve.
Forgetting the name of them, Saunders.
You seem to know quite a bit about it. Are you,
Yeah.
or were you in the trade?
Yeah, I work on compressed air. Yeah. So that's like a Saunter valve. See, it's just a diaphragm valve.
Interesting.
So you would have had a safety valve on there, probably.
The safety
guess.
valve, what it does, if it accumulates too much pressure, baby,
Yeah,
basically
it'll just release it,
it
yeah.
releases it.
Safety. I think they had a T. I think this was an extra one for in,
Yeah.
possibly. No, so it would have been a T-piece up there.
Nice one, Paul.
What people say today, there are two nationalities in here.
We're going in.
It's a big switch room.
This is the switch room, isn't it?
Yeah. So you got your
So
cables.
it's like
coming there.
a switch room is basically like a control panel with all the electric.
600 volts. I think that's 600.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just. I mean, that'll be asbestos. That. When we touching that.
Don't touch that. Asbestos.
Don't. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Definitely.
that powder in your lungs would basically send you to hospital.
Well, not immediately. 40 years time. Asbestos. So you got your big contactors there. Your big switches. See, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Into there. But
And that basically
this
is
is an asbestos line.
If there's an overcharge of electric power, basically
that's your bit. That's your on and off.
that's your on
Right,
and off.
and probably it'd been your flute and possibly your fuses in there.
Yeah.
Possibly. No, I can tell really. Might have fuse board written on there. Isolator in boost house. Isolate in boost house. Booster house, sorry. So it looks like an electric booster, doesn't it?
Little mine car there. Which way, Ivor? Okay. Sort of winch here. Small winch. Right. We're moving on. There's so much to see down here. Right, lads?
Do we know which way?
Yeah.
How was your holiday?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to come back.
Okay.
It was a bit hard going back to reality.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh. But it's nice to be on the ground here now.
Yeah.
Wow. What is that?
Have you seen that before?
I've seen. I just don't remember it as big and sort of.
Yeah.
It's like a temple, isn't it?
It's a winch, if you look here, you.
Yeah.
It's from this.
So what have we got here?
It's winding gear.
Is the winding gear for a winch, is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna film it from below. So this winch was serving this incline basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's have a look at it. A bit closer. There's some interesting stuff here. What is this, Ivor?
I think this is a bell, you know.
This is a bell system, is it?
Yeah, it's
So the communication from the top to the bottom of the incline to know when they were ready to pull the cars up and down, it was via. That's a signal system.
Incline, someone's in the bottom, pulls the chain there, like, and that goes ding, 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 and it rings that, like.
Yeah, this is your
It's all
belt
homemade,
system.
it's like a homemade contraption, all made out of blades and hammers and stuff.
We're gonna take some.
We're gonna photo you.
We're gonna have a look. Yeah, what do you want us? So we're underneath the big drums that were serving that incline over there. We're gonna go down the incline in a minute and see the huge drums. That is amazing. Wow. And we're going to see them from the top as well. We're going to climb. This was the winding, the house for the winding drums, was it, Eddie?
It was, yeah. From what I understand, originally steam and then converted to electric.
So originally they were powered by steam.
That's how I understood it, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And well, you look at the castings up there, fantastic castings.
Fantastic castings, yeah. We're gonna take a closer look at that. Look at this. Wow. That's something incredible.
So my friend, what we've got here?
It's a big winding house. You see the
You're winding
winding?
me up.
Yeah. The winding drums, they would have pulled the carts up and down. And I've just been told by Eddie that this was originally driven by steam and later by electrics.
Now, you say it was driving the cars, but there is an electric motor down there, isn't there?
So that would be the electric, probably motor that was later driving this.
Right. Because this looks really high, big drums for that. I was actually expecting there to be like a lift shaft underneath the balances and white drums.
Yeah, look at that.
So I'm guessing they'd have filled them with water to give a counterbalance for how much weight was in the cart.
I need to find out. I'm going to ask, see if Ivor or Chris knows about it. Chris, come over here. Tell us what this were and show.
These, in those buckets they had brine, and then they dropped plates in, like electrolyte plates in, and that would speed up or slow down the motor.
Right.
So this was some sort of electric battery,
Yeah,
in a way.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, this was an electric battery.
A crude battery to speed up or slow down the motor. The actual.
You can see the actual kind of the connections, the electrical connections.
Yeah.
I didn't see them before because I was thinking it was counterbalance, but it's definitely not. And it's some kind of anode cathodes which help to slow and speed up the motor. Like a big variable resistor or alternator, or that's incredible size-wise.
Yeah. Have you got the explanation for this?
Yeah.
Have you just heard it from Chris, yeah?
I've recorded what Chris was saying.
So that's
Pretty amazing, is it?
So the early bit which I said about counterbalance is that was all rubbish.
Yeah, we're getting some of the best highlights to begin with. That drum house with the huge drums, that's amazing.
Big winch.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sledge.
Yeah, the horses used to pull it out. Look, we put the slates on top and then just drag them out.
Oh my god. This is a sledge cart. I've never noticed it. How did that escape my view? I don't know. So, before the time of the wheels, was it? 5000 BC?
The thing is, it was no maintenance once it was made.
There's no maintenance with this, is there?
No.
It's simple. Just drag it.
And especially over the loose waste ground as well, like you can just drag it along.
Of course. It can go.
Wheels get jammed, have you?
It can go on all terrains, does it? Really?
Yeah. Oh, that. Tyson Berry put it
A sledge minecart. This is pretty amazing.
Oh, you'll see plenty of kettles in a minute.
That's why it was a good year.
Where's Chris? Oh, we're gonna just take a view off the top of here and then we carry on, yeah?
Take a picture.
So you can see this huge chamber after huge chamber everywhere. And this goes on to lower levels. We are going to go down to the lower levels that these chambers would take us to.
Is that where we intended down there?
No, I think one next down the way there. It's massive, isn't it?
That was just for the carts, yeah. They'd use it to grab the chains and that for the carts, so you can wrap them over.
Oh, to grab the chains for the carts, yeah? Shovel.
Big
This-
spanner there.
They worked this mine till quite late, didn't they?
Yeah.
Till the 90s, I think.
That's where my father was working out, so it's a higher up on mountain, so it's very to open casket, so like you don't have to mine with the open casket on the ground.
What's that for, Chris?
Oh,
This up here.
look, somebody's been spraying on that, look, fuckers.
I know. Why would they do that?
Wankers.
Explorer.
Who are they?
Gold pure.
I know someone's actually put that on Facebook and they've chased the people who've done it, like
Good.
Obscure Explorer.
Oh yeah, Obscure Explorer, yeah.
The guy who built the Incline signature.
Oh, you know, they shouldn't put this shit here. It's just wrong.
Is that Levy?
There's milk.
Look at this, 1926.
Yeah, and they spray that over it, like.
1926.
Back when milk came in glass bottles.
Yeah, back in the days, eh? I bet it still does in Norway, does it?
No.
It's traditional, no?
Paper.
On paper, all on paper now.
Still doesn't always get them there. Right, we come across graffiti. Oh, guys, please don't do it. We're in potentially a fucking monument to the people who died down here. Last thing they want is people graffitiing. So please don't do it. Thanks.
Chris,
What?
is that your graffiti there?
No, that's proper original graffiti.
Oh.
Wow. Done with candles and cardboard.
That is cool, that.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
I don't mind that.
Self-portraits.
Yeah, it is. They are self-portraits of a lady and a man, are they? That is cool. Not sure what kind of thing this contained. It could have been HP sauce. It looks like an HP sauce, a brown sauce bottle. It could have brown sauce, HP sauce.
Yeah, it looks like HP.
Look at this, another lady here. I think didn't they do this with the minus salt lamps?
Yeah, carbide lamp.
With the carbide, with the salt, you know, the smoke that gives away the carbide lamp. They did this drawing, so impressive. A year ago, this wooden shed was standing, and now it's gone.
Should we blame the graffiti people? Yeah. It was the guys who did the graffiti. They did it. And you may actually think this little stage with the teapot and the can opener, I actually saw them in a video which was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, this is original miners, is it? Let's not forget that this mine was worked until late 80s, 90s, I believe. Maybe not this particular area, obviously, but...
So if you do buy a B&Q shed, not very good in mind for the moisture.
Definitely not Chris. Richie, I mean. I'm calling you Chris now.
Richie, Chris is back there.
Richie!
Hey! Hey, it's good to see you, mate, again.
It's good to see you, my friends.
Yeah.
Good to see you on the ground.
It's been like over 6 weeks since we've met up.
It's been a while, and we got some trips, revisits planned as well.
Yeah.
So we've got to get round to do it.
So we've got Sun newspaper, sorry, Daily Star newspaper, 1985.
This is
27th January.
1995. This is the worst paper,
Oh,
basically.
95.
The worst paper you can buy and read in England.
Maybe that's why the mine is bought.
Old teapot there.
This was an altar where we did some sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice altar.
It does.
£10, please. No, I'm not sure. Something to do
£10 pace.
Something to do with cigarettes.
Interesting. The tunnel keeps going and going and going. This place is huge. Quite a few,
Beautiful.
quite a few pretties around here, and it can be hard to see just anything resembling a stalactite, to be honest.
Are these ones I can
In a
touch?
slate mine, no.
Antonio.
Snotties.
Isn't that beautiful?
I know.
that's not-
I was hoping you were joking.
I can't tell the difference by looking.
They got kind of a pinky sort of
Oh, what's not
tint to it, do they?
So they're the ones that wiggle.
Looks like a wing, doesn't it?
No, they don't wiggle this. These are not the
Oh, so
stalactites.
there's the stalactites.
This is proper stalactites.
Yeah.
This is proper calcite.
That is snotties that wiggle.
No,
Oh, I
yeah,
don't know.
it's not this wiggle. Yeah, those are proper like,
Beautiful.
yeah. They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're stunning.
They're marvelous. They're so clear. This.
Oh, look at
I don't think you see
the
them.
pink there now.
You wouldn't see them this clear in caves or mines. Well, on most caves.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And like when you see the drop of water on the end as well.
That's lovely.
So these wings, are they just indigenous to like that slate kind of, or have you seen them in other areas where it's different minerals?
I think we've seen them in lead mines.
In lead mines, you see them, yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll have different colours depending on what mineralization they have. This has got like a purple
Yeah.
colour. It's almost like fluorescent, is
Maybe
it?
do a mining vintage.
Yeah. Detonator boxes, are they?
Yeah.
They're called dead boxes. This is where basically that little wick that detonates the explosive goes in. You wouldn't think it fits that many, it's such a tiny little box, but was the actual bit that connects between the
Goes into the explosive,
bit that goes into explosive? It's like a short little wig, isn't it?
like that. Yeah.
Something like that. That's what you nail in the explosive.
Yeah.
And that is connected to the deck cord. Is that right?
That's right.
Right. That makes sense.
Then you either light it or you send an electrical current down it.
Yeah.
Depending which type you're using.
Back in the days, was it obviously lighted? Back in the days, in the 1800s.
You're not falling down there.
I would have thought so, yes.
Yeah.
You'd light it, yeah.
Nice little pieces. And that is a candle holder. Those bits of clay, basically, they were holding candles, and they stick the clay wherever they can on some of these ledges. So back in the day, yeah, obviously, like you said, they were just lighting these passages with candles. And the vision must have got used to it eventually, I suppose. When you're in full dark and just a few candles, your eyes sort of get used to it. But still, not as good as SLATE as with our torches.
Oh, nothing in comparison.
Nothing like that.
And they had to buy their own candles, so a bit
They had to buy their own candles.
tight on the candles. You know,
So not only, they spend long hours here working, they had to buy their own stuff.
And tools.
And they had to buy their own tools, Chris.
Yeah. And there's a candle there.
There's an actual candle. Did you say they were made of sheep's fat?
But, yeah.
Of sheep's fat, the candles.
Isn't it crazy?
So that one definitely is made of sheep's fat, is it, that candle?
Yeah.
Hang on, Jerry. Hang on. Point.
That's amazing. And we have a drop down there. Throw your sunlight there. Yeah. Wow, the stack of that. Have you seen this?
We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
Yeah. Wow. That stack of that goes a long way up. So we're down another of the old miners' Manway. Snaking around. How many miners must have trodden? You can see even the slate is worn out from all the miners stepping on them. This one's really cool as well, but on the other you get a better perspective, I think.
Because the roof is taller.
Yeah. These steps are definitely slippery, you gotta watch out. They're very wet and worn out.
Just be careful.
Very slippy.
Okay, I might come down and look at them.
You might be better on. You might be better, Ivor, giving you piggyback.
He just mentioned about his backpack. That one he's always jumped on as well.
Stacks of that, really, are we?
It's the same as upstairs.
Yeah.
Exactly the same, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, every vein had its own incline.
But the crazy thing about this climb, they just build it with fully with the debts, basically, with the waste rock. In a sense, they made use of it, did they?
Yeah. Use the mine to mine the mine.
Yeah. What is the point of these shards coming out, Chris?
Keystones they are, like, to keep it locked in, kind of thing, yeah.
So this.
Now plus, yeah, to stand into the next level. Oh.
Wow. There's an immense incline built on stack of slate.
Extreme dead stacking.
I'd like to see the size of the hammer they put them in. Thor's hammer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also man-made.
It's almost vertical.
Yeah, a stacking of rocks that. And look, can you see the metal pins at the bottom to keep the wall from bowing out? Because the weight of this wall obviously must have caused the lower part basically to push out. The only way they could get around it is, stack a lot of slate as in the form of wedges and metal pins.
But why did they do it?
Was this partly functional?
Yeah, because they were tipping behind it, yeah. This to stop all the waste, they were tipping behind it to come down on the part of the mining, like
Yeah.
feature kind of thing. Because if anything would have collapsed down, it would have stopped all production down here and it would have cost them a bit too much money.
Can you get right near the wall, Paul, just to give the perspective of it on video? It's massive. Wow.
Some people would free climb.
Yeah, I like it all with this torch as well.
Now, perspective-wise, you've got someone next to the stack dead. However, Paul is only about just coming up to 4 foot high.
2 foot tall. Oh, so peaceful when there's actually silence. You just hear the water. It's magic, isn't it?
The water's just behind it. It's a beautiful little kind of just flowing little stream down there.
Who's got lost? Oh wow.
North Walians are is down there.
That's so up them ladders. The crease is lighting up right there. That metal ladder there. The miners they were climbing basically from down this level to higher levels.
And there's some chain ladders next door.
We're gonna see some proper chain
Right, and
ladders.
a couple of chambers like hanging down.
Yeah.
Some light on that.
Can you see the 5-pointed star in the bottom?
Yeah.
Fucking Satan is down here. And the turbo's going, that horse is boiling.